Hi guys, welcome back to Irish Footy Vlogs. Welcome to the first division show. I'm going to look back at the games last Friday and give our predictions for the games upcoming this week. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you'd like to join our Patreon service, by the way, check out the link for that also. Be much appreciated. Now, at Mount Hawk Park, Kerry FC were defeated 1-0 at home to Dundalk. Now, in fairness to Kerry, I think they've made a good start, haven't they? 4 points from 3 games, only narrowly beaten here. Dundalk have now won 3 games in a row, top of the league on 9 points. 3 1-0 wins, which, they grounded out some of them. Here, they play quite well. This was an open game for 1-0, to be fair. Dean Ebbe given the lead after 25 minutes. His first competitive goal for the club was a counter-attack. Ebbe gets in ahead. It was actually a long ball over, actually, and Ebbe does well to get in ahead of the defender, cut across, and play the ball wide, get back into the box, and it was a finish into the corner. Maybe the Kerry keeper would be a little bit disappointed, actually, that he didn't keep it out, but that gave Dundalk the lead. Did a couple of good chances, Dundalk, actually, in the half. Owen Kenny be disappointed that he messed up, I suppose, 2 very good opportunities, I feel, too. He'd be a bit disappointed on Kenny with that to give them, a more commanding lead. Gatsa got sent off for Dundalk against a solid club, of course, 36 minutes. For me, no complaints. Straight red card, no problem whatsoever. And Kerry did rally, to be fair, and they did create some chances. Enda Minogue's third clean sheet in a row. Obviously, he made some good saves. Kerry missed some opportunities in the game. But Dundalk would be absolutely delighted to get 9 points from the first 3 games. Kerry have to be happy with their start, though. I mean, when they first came into the league, it was a case of can they avoid hammerings, to be honest. But now they've obviously beaten Finn Harps 2-0. They drew 0-0 up in Cobh. And only a narrow defeat against Dundalk, who obviously were in the Premier Division very, very recently and are favourites to win the league. So they've gone from a team that, I suppose, people thinking, can they avoid a hammering, to they can get results and get results against anybody, to be honest, home or away, as they proved in Cobh as well, and even in this game to a large degree as well. Good start for both sides. I think they have to be content with the start they've made, and it was a good result for Dundalk down in Kerry. Now, Markets Field, they finished Treaty United 3, Finn Harps 1, and a bit like Dundalk, it's been a good start for Treaty. 6 points in their 3 games, including a 5-0 win against Athlone Town. Finn Harps marooned at this minute in time, bottom of the table on no points, but the 3-1 result, in fairness, flattered Treaty United, and Finn Harps have to take some positives out of this as well. O'Connor gave Treaty the lead right in half time, 45 minutes. But that came after Finn Harps had largely dominated that first half and created a number of openings where they'd be disappointed they didn't take the lead. Now, in fairness, they could have went in at half time downhearted, but they equalised fairly quickly early in the second half when McGuinness put the ball in the back of the net 2 minutes second half to give Finn Harps the leveller. Malloy penalty in 76. Finn Harps to be disappointed. I feel it was a penalty. And Tarmy with a very late goal in 85 to give Treaty 3-1 lead. But Finn Harps had chances, and even in the second half they had chances to actually, equalise, etc. But Treaty, it's a very good win for Treaty. They're obviously playing with a bit of confidence because, probably wasn't a game they played very well in, to be fair. Finn Harps, as I said, did play well, but ultimately when you can see 3 goals, I suppose it's difficult. They probably needed to go ahead in the game at some point to give them that, real confidence that they could go on and win the game, especially in that stage in the first half when they were pretty dominant, as I said, and unlucky not to actually be going in front in this game. But Treaty's goal in half time then caught them out, didn't it? Yeah, and it's a disappointing start for Harps, I suppose, but they have to take positives from this, to be honest with you. Very good start for Treaty. Tommy Bard's side continue to, I suppose, overachieve a little bit, I guess. Be interested to see what Treaty fans think, but they've overachieved the last couple of years, and they've had a very good start to the season. So Treaty United 3, Finn Harps 1. Now, the UCD Bowl finished UCD 1, Cobh Ramblers 1, and UCD picking up their first point of the season. They've only played 2 matches, however. A lot of teams have played 3 games, and they've had a defeat, that bad defeat to Wexford, and this draw, which they'd be pleased with because they equalised very late in the day. Murphy gave Cobh the lead in 31 minutes. Clancy equalises on 89 minutes for UCD with a fantastic actual low volley into the net. And it was a game where UCD probably created a few more chances. Brennan had a chance, and there were a number of other chances in the game for them. Cobh, for me, I had them second in the league. They've had their start, I suppose. Look, it's decent start. It's 5 points after 3 matches. I suppose the problem is, in terms of if you're looking at them to possibly win the league, Dundalk have won their first 3 matches, but they're a long way to go. 1 draw, 1 win, 2 draws for Cobh Ramblers, and they probably won't be too pleased with the performance, the level of performance to put in my opinion, in this particular match, to be honest with you. UCD, it's difficult to know where they're at. I mean, Killian Callis, I think, is a good player, but can he get to the levels I think he might be able to get to this season as such? Clancy is their captain, so he's I believe he's their captain. Correct me if I'm wrong, actually, but he's certainly a very good player. Unless Roland Finn's actually the captain, to be fair. But Finn was influential in this game actually for UCD too, and UCD, I suppose their ambitions have to be to try and get into the playoffs, and good performance in the game. Would have been disappointing for them if they had lost the match. It would have been a great result for Cobh had they gone there and won the game. The pitch is in great condition. I believe there's been rugby played there at the moment. It doesn't help. So the pitch isn't in great condition at all at Belfield at the moment, which wouldn't help either side, to be honest with you. It doesn't help UCD either, I can tell you that. But finish UCD 1, Cobh Ramblers 1. Now, Kerry Park finished Wexford FC 2, Bray Wanderers 0. And I may have said Dundalk are the only team with 100% record. Wexford actually have a 100% record. The problem is they played only 2 matches, 2 clean sheets in those 2 matches and 5 goals. They've got to be happy with that start. Mikey Rowe with 2 goals in this game, right in 45 minutes, pulled back, made space and fires to net. Good goal. Penalty in 70 minutes for me was a foul as well. And Mikey Rowe finishes the net to give Wexford a deserved 2-0 win against Bray Wanderers. Caleb Hartnett, a player with a lot of potential in the first couple of games, seems to have stepped up actually. So he could be a massive player for them this season. They're the team that a lot of people are looking at Dundalk, Athlone and Cobh, but I did say at the start of the season felt Wexford could throw their name in the hat here too, and they've certainly started very well. They have good players. They lost some players, but still have good players there. And Dobbs is there, Rose. There's goals in that team. Hartnett, if he can step up to the plate. Luke Kier on Longford Pats, a player I like as well. So, and obviously Elliott there as manager. I think there's a reputation there. There's a Premier League reputation as well. So, and he knows and he works well with young players. So that's going to help them too. And maybe he's getting the best out of Hartnett for that reason. Bray, disappointing result for them. I don't think they're strong as Wexford though. I think again their aims have to be to try and nick a playoff place. Wexford, for me, higher playoff, possibly even push for the title potentially too. But Elliott definitely likes to play good football as well, and they've played good football in both games considering it's at that time in the year as such. And I spoke about the pitch in UCD. Wexford went there and put 3 goals past UCD. So they got to be very happy with that too. So a team to watch, an exciting team, Wexford, a very good result. Bray Wanderers will be looking to play at home very soon at the Carlisle. Looks like the pitch is coming along nicely and should be ready soon. But win a draw for them, or win and a defeat for them, I think they'll be content enough though with that. Overall, for the quality they probably have overall, but good result for Wexford and they're flying. And finally we had El Clasico where Longford Town drew 1-1 with Athlone Town, and both teams haven't won yet. Longford 2 games gone, 1 point. Athlone 3 games gone, 1 point, including that massacre down in Treaty. And I did say Athlone Town might take quite a lot of time to gel with so many new players at the club, and so far that's been the case. I just felt like that it might take the time it take to gel, that other teams might gel quicker. That's why I had them actually 4th in the league, to be honest with you. At the moment, maybe Athlone fans will say we're delighted we finished 4th in the league, but this was a very entertaining El Clasico actually, where both sides created chances and both keepers made good saves, particularly Matt Connor. I think Matt Connor of Athlone Town made the better saves in the match. I mean, before any of the goals were scored, was a mess, wasn't there, in the Athlone town defence. I'm not sure what Cole was doing there, but Connor comes out, makes a good save. He made another good save. Very good save, actually, in the second half. Two good saves, but one very good save in the second half as well. And he was definitely the busier of both goalkeepers, although both teams had their chances. Cole probably should have scored right at the end. His header just goes wide, and he's very close range, and they would have pinched it there at Lone, to be fair. It's good defending in the game as well. Dean Williams looked like he was in, and there was a brilliant tackle there to deny him, for example. But Longford would probably be the happier with the performance than Athlone would be the performance, if I'm honest with you, because they need a bit of a performance, Longford. Ben Feeney put Athlone town ahead in 30 minutes, and they probably had the better of those exchanges, more or less, I think, to be honest with you. But Dorn equalised on 37 minutes from the penalty spot. And it was an interesting one because there was a foul just before that. Well, I thought it was a foul anyway, but it was just outside the box. But from the resulting corner, there was grappling in the box, there's no doubt about that. The problem is, in those scenarios, you don't always see penalties given for that type of grappling. And that's the problem. Defenders do it all the time in every game. Every time. So it's always difficult to judge these scenarios, isn't it? Because of that. Technically, was it a foul? 100%. There was a foul in there. 9 times out of 10 you get away with it. 100%. So it's a difficult one. But as I said, Longford will be probably the more disappointed they didn't win the game, if I'm honest with you. They'd be the more pleased, though, with their performance than Athlone will be. And Athlone just look a bit all over the place at the moment, if I'm honest with you. As I said, both teams, it was an exciting game. Both teams did create chances, but Longford probably created the better chances. Again, Matt Connor making an awful lot of saves in the game too. But Athlone could have nicked it at the end. But a very exciting El Clasico, first El Clasico of the season. Going to try and get to one, actually, at some point this season as well. So yeah, on to the predictions now. So the weekend predictions, all 5 games are actually on a Friday night as well. Cobh Ramblers take on Longford Town at St Coleman's Park. Cobh will be looking to push up the table and make sure they're keeping the coattails of Wexford and Dundalk, particularly. Longford Town, as I said, when I spoke about El Clasico, will be buoyed, I think, by the performance against Athlone Town, if I'm honest with you. But I think Cobh might beat them at home in this game. I think defensively there's probably questions at Longford as well, and Cobh may take advantage. So Cobh Ramblers 2, Longford Town 0. At Oriel Park, Dundalk take on Treaty, and Dundalk obviously in the back of 3 1-0 wins in a row. Treaty 2 wins out of 3. Interesting game this actually as well. I think it'd be interesting to see if Dundalk can break Treaty down, because I think they'll probably play quite defensive in this game. Dundalk have been solid enough themselves defensively, although Kerry did create a number of chances against them at Mount Hawk Park. But again, another home win for me. I'm going to go Dundalk 2, Treaty United 1. Now at Mount Hawk Park, Kerry FC take on Bray Wanderers. Bray Wanderers still playing away from home, of course, at the moment, and the big trip to Kerry. Kerry will be buoyed by their start, and certainly buoyed by a lot of elements of the performance against a good Dundalk side. So Bray are going to have their work cut out here, I think, and will have to perform to some degree. I think they were beaten comfortably, really, by Wexford, to be fair, in the last match. I think they might make a point here, though. I'm going to go for Kerry FC 1, Bray Wanderers 1. At the UCD Bowl, UCD take on Finn Harps. Finn Harps will be disappointed to come away from Treaty, but nothing, because I think their performance probably deserved a bit better, to be honest with you. It wasn't a 3-1 scoreline, but they're going to have to look at the positive and use that, get a bit of confidence from that going to UCD. The pitch isn't in good state in UCD at Belfield at the moment, as I mentioned there, but UCD themselves will be pleased enough with their performance actually against Cobh, and be delighted to get a point in the end, having to get a late equaliser through Clancy. Another draw for me though, UCD 0, Finn Harps 0. Now, Fair Kerry Park, Wexford FC take on Athlone Town. And for me, it's hard to see Athlone get anything from this, if I'm honest with you. No way wins this week, by the sounds of things and by the looks of things. But I think Wexford are flying the moment, playing good football, really exciting football. Probably the most exciting team in the league to watch at the moment. Athlone, a bit all over the place. They could create chances, all right, but they're going to give up chances. And the way Wexford are playing, I think they'll take advantage of that. I'm going to go for Wexford FC 3, Athlone Town 1. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments. What did you think about the games the previous week? Give us a few predictions. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.